Alrighty guys, so out here at my little auction score, I got two of them, if you guys remember. Got this one, and it's a full cab. It's even got the front end. I got a bumper for it. This one I'm going to turn into a kid's playhouse. Get all the lights and dash lights, and maybe have a radio installed in there, maybe an inverter, still have a TV and maybe, whatnot in there, have all the dome lights and different things working. There's a double bunk in there, 2 beds, so kid could have like a sleepover with one of his friends or something. I think it's super neat. I know if I was a little kid, I would have thought I was the coolest kid ever with that playhouse. Anyways, so that one, luckily, it's got doors. It's all sealed up and stuff. But this one here, I've just got a tarp over it right now. I've got to figure out a door for the opening. I've got a salvage door that I think I'm going to use. And then, I got to figure out a way to put it like on a little, like skids or something, to where I can... This one, I'm going to keep it and turn it into like my little camping pod, so that I can go, I can pull it on my rollback, and I can put, maybe a quad, or, my little racing tractor, or, my Samurai or whatever behind it, and go out for the weekend. I got my little place to sleep and stuff, so that's kind of my plan with that. Alright guys, so here's the front. I've got to close up, but overall, it's really nice in here. I got all these, built-in shelves and stuff. Looks like there's a speaker there. There's this little inverter already with plugins and stuff. I don't know that it works, but it's in here. It's already got a mattress that, honestly, it feels pretty good to me, But who am I to complain? I spent most of my life in prison in boxes basically this size. So I've got little 12-volt ports up there, which is cool. Like I said, little dome lights. It's even got a heat and air conditioning unit in here. I don't know if it works or not, but another dome light, a mirror. So yeah, I just plan on closing this off and putting, I'm thinking like little Santa sleigh runners underneath of it. I don't even think I'm going to use wheels, but that's going to be my little camping pod. So follow along, guys. We'll see how this turns out. Alrighty guys, so I came over to this little storage box that I collected up a lot of wood and some windows and some doors and different stuff. I used to do junk removal, and I'd keep, like pieces of siding or some of the pieces of wood or different things that, sometimes it was a full sheet, and they just wanted it gone. So, but I'd keep a lot of things like that just to use in future projects. So I'm looking at this. I really like the window, and I'm thinking if I cut this down, into a smaller door, and maybe back it with something else or whatever, just to kind of strengthen it and hold it a little better. Probably have to redo some of the caulking on the window and whatnot, but I'm thinking that I'm going to repurpose that, and then I'm probably going to use some of this siding and some other little pieces of wood. Try to get that sleeper closed in the front and safe for the winter, as well as give myself a cool little access point for in the future when I'm using it as a camper. Alright guys, so I brought this door up here, got that little piece removed, chopped it down. Some of the bottom was rotten anyway, so we got rid of the rotten part, but now it is a little bit loose, it pulls apart. So I'm thinking I'm going to use another piece of wood and either go over the top that way and screw it, or I was thinking about a whole like a plywood backing, just back the whole thing and then cut out the square in the back to where I can still see the window. Haven't really decided yet, but I'll figure it out I got this down to 4 feet. The entrance to the sleeper is 5 feet, so I figured that'll give me a 6 inches at the top, 6 inches at the bottom of play with the door, and then I'll just kind of, I'll figure out the rest around it. Alrighty guys, so came back over here to my little auction score. And if you guys follow along, you remember I showed you guys these in a couple videos back, but I paid $400 for this one, and I felt like I was a little bit ran up at the very end on this one, but I felt like it was worth it because I'd already won this one for 75, and so it was like, you know, at 75 and 400, I was at 475 between the two. I feel like I did good, you know. So anyways, I'm back over here. I think I'm gonna get rid of this rubber here, kind of cut it back all the way around. That way I can get my wood and stuff real nice and flush. And I might even bring it from the back side or something. I'm not real sure, but that'll give me, you know, a nice clean edge that I can run caulking and do what I need to do. So I'm gonna get that out of the way. So this stuff actually just pulls right out real easy. So as you see, now I'll have a lot nicer place to figure out my wall and my door that I'm gonna add to this. So there's one improvement or one step along the way. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna run some 2x4s from the bottom all the way to the top, a couple of them, boom, boom, for my door to mount to. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it to go in, and people are probably thinking, well, that's going to take up a lot of your floor space, blah blah. Yes, but that will make sure that it stays clean in here, right? Not a bunch of stuff getting collected and whatnot. It'll make sure that I put things, you know, underneath. There's actually storage things from the outside. There's all the storage inside that I showed you guys. So, you know, I'm not moving into this thing. I'm just going for, you know, weekend trips and whatnot, you know. So is what I'm thinking is that if this is on my rollback, I want it to take up the least amount of space as possible, and this end is going to be towards the front. So basically my winch and stuff is going to be right, you know, right here. I'm going to have to build this high enough that my winch line can go under, A. B, I don't want my door taking up, you know, me having to put this further back than I have to open and close, right? So therefore I think having it go in would be better. So that's my thought process on it. But now I got to figure out, like I said, a couple 2x4s going up and where I'm going to place them, and I'll probably end up doing some bracing to the side. But then from that, I'll be able to start sheeting the front end. And my thought is I'm just going to use that OSB, the cheap OSB. I'm going to, you know, get this flush up to this point, right? Caulking it really, really good all the way around. But then I was thinking at the top, I'll probably do a drip edge, A. But B, I think that I'm going to go over that with like some shingles or something from the outside that I can then, you know, seal and caulk around the edges, you know, out further from my actual seal. Does that make sense? So if I, you know, I put another layer, you know, this is going to be my initial just, you know, siding, you know, like an underlayment, you know, or whatnot. I could even do a house wrap then, and then do like an actual siding that you'll see, you know. It's kind of what I'm thinking, to where it'll be 2-layer and it'll keep me a little bit warmer. It'll be a little bit more weight, but I just feel like it'll seal it up better well into the future. And this is going to be the only wood on this whole thing is what I'm adding. The rest is all metal. So, you know, I don't want it to rot. And, yeah, and then the next step is going to be adding, you know, like I said, I'm gonna do like a Santa sleigh, like a 2x2 square all the way along. You know, bend the ends up on both ends. Do one across. So one 2x2 across, the 2x2 runners each side, and then some coming up to right there, and then I'll probably do another one across just to strengthen, you know, maybe even a diagonal. We'll see. And in the process also, I'm gonna have to get all these there's some rivets in here. I gotta get those out of this side to where I can make a good seal. I've got to get these wires, which I don't know what they are yet. I'm gonna have to figure a lot of these out and whatnot. You know, there's a plug right here. There's these wires here. You know, I just gotta kind of pull back the carpet, pull back this stuff, get it all out of the way. Same with around the edge here. All right, YouTube. So this is how I'm choosing to deal with the wires. I end up taking my knife, cut a small hole here instead of the wires coming out down here, which would interfere with me like sandwiching or whatever any of these panels to finish off my door. So now they're up there, and that doesn't mean that I know what they are. For all I know, I'm going to end up ripping these completely out, but it gets them somewhere other than where I need to be working and stuff. And so I'm going to go ahead and get the trash out of here, get this laid back down. Oh, and I ran these ones. These were underneath here, and they come up here too. They go to this little inverter thing. So I cut those back, and now they're laying nice and accessible somewhere that I can deal with them in the future when I'm ready to figure that thing out. Same with those. I'll eventually have to test those and figure them out. But for now, I'm able to place this carpet back, place that back, boom, boom, boom. It's all nice, and I'm ready to do this front part without that wiring and whatnot in my way. And the same thing on this side. I basically just pulled them back. They were right here. I pulled this carpet back and was able to pull this stuff out. So now I know that's junk, and then that just left me these guys. So I'm going to pull them up on top of the carpet so that I know in the future, hey, figure out what these go to too, right? So I held it up there, you know, even this way and even this way, and I was able to trace that radius there, you know, with a marker. So now I'm going to use jigsaw and get it cut out, and so that it pops in at the bottom, and then I'll be able to trace the top, get it to pop in and fit. So I got this end cut after that other one. You know, I did exactly like I said. I got the first end done, held it up, traced out the second end. I went ahead and cut it a little bit wide. I figure I can snug up on it if I need to. I can beat it in if I need to, but I'd rather it not too wiggly, you know. Alright, YouTube, so there's my first piece, and I don't got no framing in there yet. I don't got it backed, I don't got it nothing, but I think that's, I'm liking how that's fitting right there. So I'm probably gonna pattern that out for my other side. You know, that gets me to a square in the middle, which then I can frame out the square. I can do what I need to do, and then I'll reinforce the edges and do all my caulking. But I've gone over a few renditions of how I was going to do this. You know, I felt that was the width of a 2x2 or a 2x4, you know, right there. But then I got to looking at, you know, how this little thing was, you know, it's got this little ridge in here, and I felt like if I could get my siding into that, then any rain or anything that comes over is gonna, you know, come onto this all the way down. And then even though it's gonna go into that, it's already got drain holes down there, right? So I mean, yeah, where can you go wrong? So even I don't want it to go down there. I'm gonna use caulking at the bottom, but I'm saying if moisture does get in there, it's just gonna drain out. So I'm feeling like this is the best plan of action, was to make this inset like this, to where I'm not ending up with water issues, at the top. I'm still probably gonna do a drip edge just because it's extra safety, but alright guys. Alrighty guys. So brought this piece down to my scrap shed. Got this traced out. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this side cut out. So that I got, two different ones. They don't match, but so what? They were free. Anybody that's new to the channel, I used to do junk removal. So I used to collect a lot of this stuff up for later use. Alrighty YouTube. So hope you guys been out there building shit, believing in yourselves. I'm feeling good right now. And that's what this channel is all about. It's about creating self-esteem and self-worth by doing hands-on creative type stuff. I mean, look how much I've accomplished. And yeah, I made a little bit of a mistake right there, because that one wasn't as long as this one. So, I kind of gapped it out a little bit. Oops. Oh well. I'll run caulking around the whole thing. I'll get it all sealed up. I'm thinking it's looking good though, compared to what we started with. Alrighty guys, so I got a little overheated earlier, but I ended up going to Home Depot. I got some hinges, got some boards, started reinforcing that, and then got kind of dark, got overheated, got overheated, came in, now it's dark, so it's kind of cooled off. So I came out and I started doing these on the door, just to kind of hold its different pieces together. I could re-glue it, but I feel like maybe that'll cause cracks or something. Not real sure, but I figure this will hold it all together. And I went around the corner, hit a couple over there too, and I'm gonna do the same on all the corners all the way around, except for there's the cut at this end is crooked, which is funny because that's not the one that I did. So the one that I did was actually alright, but the one that they did is not, so I gotta cut that too. Right, YouTube. So finished up those around all the corners to hold it together, and then I came up with these kind of just like little bandages, kind of rat roddy inspired. I thought they were kind of cool. And it's just something cheap. It's just pipe hanger tape, So I was able to fix this up, and hopefully it stays together for me for years to come. It's not like it's going to be opened and closed by kids, banged and shut every day or nothing like that. It's just a little camper door. And hopefully this lasts and doesn't get hit by no rocks. But if it does, I'll replace it with some plexiglass or something in the future. And these screws I left a little bit long out, because they go all the way through this board and they're going to connect into the wall that I built. Alright guys, so this is where I'm at so far. Show you guys that. Then we'll go inside. So this is from the inside. And I was able to get my self-tapping wood screws to actually sink into that aluminum. So these posts they each got one at each end going into that. This I end up having to double up, but I'm not too worried about it. Things happen. I'm not perfect. I've had to screw and unscrew this a couple times. But that's all right. I'm getting it done. I'm learning a little bit as I go, and I think it's going to be pretty cool when I'm done. So next, I got to fill in that top and that bottom section. And sticking with the junk theme, I've got some little scrap pieces that I'm going to use so they're angled. Alrighty guys, so like I said, I had a couple angled pieces, so I'm going to get those cut and use them. Well, I already did get one cut, but I'll cut the other one. Alrighty, guys. So that's how I got it closed in. I still haven't done my caulking yet. I need a latch for this door. But there we go. And I left a nice gap around the edges to where hopefully it seals up real nice well. I know I'll get a little bit of water down there, but that's fine. I'll deal with it. I'll figure it out. I might do like, you know, a small awning right here or something. Prevent a little bit of it, but it's alright. Alrighty, guys. I hope I inspire you guys to get out and build something. Fix something, create something, you know. Be an artist, just do your thing. Use what God gave you, guys. You know, I feel pretty good right now. I'm going to go back out, and I got a couple other projects. I got to finish up the electrical on that little building. I'm thinking I'm going to put a little motion floodlight. So I got to do that today. I got a couple other things on the list, you know. But, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like I did, you know, that's pretty cool. What I just did with my own hands, it's pretty cool. I like it, you know. So, I know you guys can go out and you guys can build up your self-esteem, your self-worth, and feel better about yourself than just sitting at home. So, get up, get out, build something. Till next time, keep building shit.